Well, the Hornets felt the sting of their first region loss 2 weeks ago against rival Pelham, but the bye week gave this team exactly what it needed: time to heal up, reset, and get locked in. And make no mistake, this week's region road trip to Calera is huge. If Chelsea wants to keep playoff hopes alive, every region game from here on out is a must win. Yeah, we'll need some help from other teams down the line, but that only makes it more important to control what we can control starting Friday night. And Hornet Nation, that's where you come in. As Coach likes to say, we can't win this fight alone. We need this hive buzzing at full strength. So let's hit the road, pack the visitor stands, and show Calera just how tough Chelsea football can be when the whole nest rises up together. In just a few minutes, we'll revisit the Pelham loss, how the bye week has gone, and what we can expect from Calera as I speak with Coach Morrison, Lawson Williamson, and Charlie Parham. Let's not let this Pelham loss beat us twice, because Inside the Hornets Nest starts right now.
Yeah, so we've had a great off week. Last week we kind of broke it up into three phases. Practiced Monday and did some corrections. Had an opportunity to go back out and work on some things that we struggled with in our last game, and then practiced on Wednesday, and it was more of a physical day, an opportunity for us to get the pads on and work a true inside period, an opportunity to work an outside period where our skill guys got an opportunity to block, and that was really good. And then Thursday, we took the opportunity to kind of get ahead on Calera. So we worked on some new stuff, both offensively, defensively, and in the kicking game. Calera is going to be a very talented team. They're a younger team. They've got some freshmen that play for them, and offensively, they're a spread offense. They play three different quarterbacks in different spots. Our defensive coaches have done a great job in determining when those guys are what they're going to do and what they like to do. So we feel like we have a good beat on that. And then I'd say probably the strength of their offense is their receiving corps. They've got a bunch of good receivers. They're young, but they're really talented. And then on defense, they've got about 5 or 6 guys they like to rotate on the defensive line. They're anywhere ranging from 5'8" to about 6 foot, anywhere from 225 to 250. So I'd say that's one of their strengths. They really like to get off the ball hard. They've got a good middle linebacker, number 10, who really runs the ball well, and he's very instinctual. In the back end, they've got some guys that play well, but there's some younger guys back there. So hopefully, if we do our job offensively, we'll be able to establish the run and throw it when we want to. Our last game was a disappointment to a lot of us, but I really feel like having the off week gave us an opportunity to get healthy and kind of put that last game behind us. So what we're looking forward to putting our best self forward and going and playing against a good Calera team. Just another opportunity to compete and get a region win. Like I said, the off week gave us an opportunity to kind of get some guys healthy and give some guys some quality rest that they needed. We had an opportunity to see some younger players, which is really good for the future. I think going into the Calera game, we're going to have some guys that are still going to be playing through some things, but we should have everybody out there, and that's going to be beneficial to us both offensively, defensively, and in the kicking game.
So this week, I think we had a really fun week, and fun, for me, practice is always fun. Definitely a hard week. We got to learn a lot, put some new installs in, and got good competition with our defensive line, specifically for us. I think everybody's doing well this week. I don't think anybody had necessarily a bad day. And our bye week, it gave, like Coach Mo said, it gave a lot of us a time to heal, and we had a great film session on Monday and early on Monday, and got to learn a lot from our mistakes from the Pelham game, And I think we're definitely going to play as much better than we did Pelham. I think a lot of our effort was down, and we just weren't as ready as we should have been. And I think we're ready for clear. Up front specifically, I think our offensive line, we did pretty well. However, during the week we were training and practicing and stuff, and the coaches were telling us constantly, like, these guys are going to come and they're going to want to play and win. And I guess a lot of us just took it into mind, like, oh, it's just going to be another game. And it startled us when they first got up against us on the ball. They played really hard, and they played with more effort than we did. And it sucks. I mean, we wanted that game for sure. But I think we definitely learned since last week and this week that we can definitely be surprised, even though we believe we are very good players. So I think a lot of people, including the coaches, coaches have went way harder this week. And players, defensive line, they're going really hard as well. Like, the competition's there, and helping each other learn way more. And the coaches, they definitely, like I said, they installed some new stuff, and they were harder on us, but we need it, and it's just a learning experience. So I mean, I enjoy the help, and I think we're definitely going to do a lot better than we did. But they do have a pretty hard off the ball defensive line. I've watched film on them. Their linebacker likes to blitz a little bit, and their defensive line's decent size, and they're a little quick. But we saw that already this season. Pelham had some big offensive line. Wetumpka had pretty quick defensive line. Sorry, both defensive line. Wetumpka had a pretty fast defensive line, and we learned from it. And so it's not anything we haven't seen yet, is what I'm saying by that. However, I mean, they're still a good team. We're not gonna just say oh, we've seen it, so it's we don't need to worry about it. Obviously, everybody's got nervousness, but we're just gonna have to learn real quick how they're gonna play, and we're gonna learn from it really quick. And some disadvantages, personally, they look a little slower than Wetumpka, and like I said, we learned that. And I think our offensive line is going to be able to handle their defensive line pretty well, and I believe we've done that pretty well with all the other games. So it's going to be a contest no matter what, but I believe we got it. Playing with this group of seniors has been very fun. Growing from a freshman to a senior, I've been playing all 4 years. Freshman year you get to meet all your seniors, and it's super fun, but it feels like they're kind of bullying you, right? But they're just loving on you, and you get to learn a true bond between a bunch of players. And finally being that senior in that position, you have so many buddies around you no matter what. I mean, yeah, you get picked on, but it's it's just brotherly love, I guess. And I've had so much fun these past 4 years, even with my mishap last year. I still came back even injured. I had everybody loving on me and around me no matter what. And I'm finally back, and it's just love and so much fun to be out here. Practice games, and I'm really enjoying it.
Well, I definitely think over this bye week, we got to be in full pads, and that's what you love as a defensive player. Being able to hit somebody, even if you're the buddies, and that's what you look forward to. That's what you put the pads on for in the first place. So yeah, definitely over the bye week, it was a lot of heavy hitting. Definitely just a lot more aggression towards the football. But I think that's what we needed. I mean, after 3 weeks, and especially after our last week, I feel like we definitely needed to get some aggression out and just play as a hitting football team. And then preparing for this week for Calera, we've just, had our heads as high as we can and just done everything we can to be prepared. Well, I think as a team, definitely everyone kind of had their head down. I mean, that's something you never want to see, especially early in the season. But, as a football team, you're a family, and I think everyone just tries to pick everyone up. And the seniors definitely do the best at it. They're just, have their heads high and, tell everyone, next week, what's in the past is in the past, so you just got to play in the next week. Well, as a kid, I never played football. I was, always watching college and NFL. And, I loved it. But I just never really jumped the gun on playing. And then my freshman year of high school, I was actually out here holding the camera. I was a film boy, so holding the camera, getting plays done for the guys. And then that summer, I talked to Coach Cassidy and was like, I want to play. And to be honest with you, I was laughed at. To see a guy going from the camera to playing a sport like football, it's pretty unbelievable. But I was pretty confident on my decision, and now I'm here, starting for the football team. So I love what I'm doing. Well, definitely when it comes to me, I might be a little undersized for the position I play, but I feel like just with my arms and my speed, especially against very strong but slow offensive linemen, if I'm able to get off the ball and use my arms and use my pass rush moves correctly, I can definitely get back there and apply pressure to the quarterback and just do what I need for the team. They're definitely a good team. I think their record doesn't show what they truly are as a football team, and they can definitely sneak up on us. But how I see their O-line is they're definitely what I described as big, strong guys, but they're kind of slow. And I feel like with the D-line we have, if we're just very quick off the ball and we use the moves that we have, we can beat them. And that's what you, as an O-lineman, if you're bigger but stronger, you're scared of guys that are super fast off the ball. So I think that's what our D-line specializes in. All of us being a little smaller, but we're quick off the ball. So that's what we're going for this week.